welcome back to my channel. I am Morgs. You are here for another music video.
If you're new here, let me explain. I have a bunch of ideas on my Voice Memos app, and I often go through them to see if there's anything that could be a cool song. I found one that I recorded on the bass, but the twist is I am only going to use this U-bass for every instrument. Drums, guitars, percussion, not vocals. Everything you can think of. So let's listen to the idea and then see what sounds I can get out of this little thing. Here's the idea. F sharp major 7. Ooh, I kind of like that, but it was supposed to be A major 7. I like this. I might use this in a moment that I need to hold a chord. Ooh, or I could like open the song with this. But yeah, I have this microphone really close because I'm playing very soft right now. I could change that to a different chord, so I could do. I kind of like that. I was hearing these like eerie sort of like, this is gonna be so hard to do with just this instrument. Like sustained notes in this sort of intro. I want to add whatever that little was. Yeah, just trying to come up with more exciting ideas. Maybe it doesn't need to be that complicated. And that could be it, with lots of effects. While thinking about the journey of the song, I kind of had two ideas, so... But if this is a guitar part, I could make it a little bit more interesting by going like... Yeah, because I need to go back to... We move on. I'm gonna record the main riff, probably in 2 separate tracks, because I think if I play everything together, I don't think it will sound that good. If I add distortion or other things to it, it might sound too crazy. I don't like what I did. Jarritos? Listening back to this middle part here, I realized that this is very different from the original idea. And here I am playing the last chord for 2 measures. I feel like the original idea makes it seem faster and more unstable, which I think is more interesting than what we have recorded right now. What I'm thinking about for this song is sort of like a sandwich. Intro, whatever this verse sort of thing is, the middle section, and then that same verse section again, and then the same thing as the intro. Why? Just because I should start calling these parts different things. So the song will be A, B, C, B, A. What if we do a bum 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 bum? Like we keep this straight rhythm from part C, we carry it to the second part B. Because the intro goes... So it should be... Aha! I'm just gonna keep holding this. And then it goes into the intro. That was a mistake, but it might sound good. Now I need to figure out percussion. Actually, I could record what should be the easiest part, which is the bass. I'm basically going through percussion instruments in my head and being like, okay, what do I need to record? Definitely a kick and a snare. And for this, what you use to hit the thing is just as important as the thing itself. So if I use a pick, if I use my knuckle, it's a completely different sound. I'm gonna smack the U bass for a snare with my nails or something. So I'm gonna put those sounds in a sampler so I can play them. I wanna add some to the intro. As I'm listening to this, I'm hearing this like... I don't know if that should be a percussive or if that should be a melodic... I don't have enough frets to play it the way I want it. I could be weird and play it like... Let's try it. Somehow with the drums, I need to find a way to raise the energy as the song goes along. So it could be boom, pa, and then I add a little bit more, until part B, where the rhythm will change completely. And then back to part B. I said part B twice. I need that syncopation. I could do a heartbeat type of beat. What I'm also hearing in this part is the hits that I recorded that sound a little bit like bongos. In my mind, they sound like bongos. Vocals. I do want to start immediately the song with words and end the song maybe with the choir. That's what I'm envisioning right now. I want it to start simple, build up, and then at the end, just make it a little bit simpler again. I think a good melody for the vocals could also be sort of following that. Start low, go high, and low. And that, for some reason, made me think of hiking. I'm just gonna write stuff down. I added a very small amount of processing to these sounds. Okay, so I have an idea for the concept of the words or the message of the song. Part A, we are like talking about morning things and getting ready to go to the hike. Part B, we are doing the hike. We're slowly going up. And then part C starts kind of slow. This is when you hit the point in the hike when you're really tired and you want to take a break. And then you slowly get back up. And then the peak of the song is that second part B. And that's when we're going to get to the top. And then the rest of the song is sort of like enjoying the view. We're thinking about waking up early. Woke up in the morning. Ba 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 ba. I just thought of the words, am I already late? Even the sun isn't awake. Maybe I could say something about heaven, you know? A slice of heaven? I don't think I want vocals here. If any vocals would be here, it would be oohs or ba ba ba. I could like do a and then chop it up. I really don't know if this is the right vibe, but it's kind of fun. Tremolo. And I think here at the end, I'm just gonna add some. So now we are hiking up. We're hiking up. Uphill maze. We claim the steps. We do. What do we do? Let me move to this middle part here. In terms of the style of the vocals, I should sing almost as if I'm tired, as if I'm like, I can feel my bones. You know what? I don't have to like form full sentences either, because if I'm like panting, I wouldn't be able to say like full sentences. Burn my bones, spin my eyes, let's say my lungs. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with the words. I just don't want them to be too cheesy, but so what? Okay, I'm gonna write the cheesiest lyrics I can think of just to get words on the screen. Okay, leave to the world behind, a trail to the sky. Maybe towards the very end when you arrive at the peak, it's cold there. This is a very, very tall mountain. The pain will clear your mind, sure. I could just say take a step. Don't look back. Watching the world below. It's kind of like that feeling where you're up there and you found where you belong type of feeling. Heaven we found, you know, heaven instead of heaven we seek. Yeah, I think that could be a good way to finish. Have a bite like it's your last. I think a harmony here could be good. Have a bite like it's your last. Have a bite like it's your last. So I have an idea to record the part of the vocals where I'm supposed to be tired. Strain my bones, leave to the world behind. Editing Morgs here. I really want to change a couple of the vocal melodies in this. So two things that I want to do. I want to add a harmony to this Right now it goes. I think I like the harmony going. Cool. I'm going to try another harmony. Here I already have the main and the lower one going. So I might try to do a higher one. Or lower. Lower could work. I just realized that that vocal is doing the same note as this one. I could have this U bass line on the left and this vocal line on the right. I like that. And then I really want to redo the main vocals. There's a couple lines there that the melody is a little wonky, a little awkward. Let's do that. See if it's a little bit better. Arr. Am I already late? Far from the ground. Let's do whispers. Watching the world below, my skin can feel that it found home. The whispers will be really quiet. I really just want to get a hint of the air of the whisper. It would also be cool if we had multiple Watching the world below, my skin can feel. Another thing that I wanted to tackle is I did not show much of the processing that I did on the sounds. I want to go through what I did really quickly. I don't want to get too technical on these videos, but if that's something that you're interested in, please let me know. So as you can see, I have no processing really on these main ukuleles. I am sending them to a bus that is slightly distorted. It has an amp simulation, and that's it. And then for the other ukuleles in part B, really what I wanted was still the sound of the U bass to come through, but because it's a bass instrument, I wanted it to fill more of the other frequencies. So I duplicated it, and this one is pitched an octave higher. And this one is the original recording. I added some plugins here to clean up the sound, EQ, and some compression, basically to control the signal so it's a little bit more consistent throughout. And then I added a transient shaper because I want the rhythm to come through. And then I sent it to a bus that has saturation. For the middle ukulele, as you can see, there's one EQ in one of them. And then I am sending both of these together to that same amp simulation to get the room sound, and I'm sending it again to the saturation. In the intro here, right, these are the original takes. I am sending them to a bus, but I also duplicated one of the tracks and I pitched it up an octave. Cool. And then what I'm doing is I'm sending all three of these to a bus, and this bus has a lot of stuff in it. Some EQ to clean up the sound, and then I'm adding a bunch of tape delay, some chorusing, and I'm compressing this sound because I want the tail of that delay to come through. And then basically I exported this processed sound and I reversed it to create this rising into that part. The bass, I really just have an amp simulation again on the DI sound. The microphone sound is as is. I'm not doing anything else to bass sound. For the drums, I enhanced the sound to sound a little bit more like a kick and a snare. So you can see here that I added a lot of low end and a lot of the click sound to the kick. And then I took some of that middle frequency out because it didn't sound as good to me. And I just gave it a little bit more oomph with some EQ and very similar treatment to the snare and a little bit of a harder compression. And then the toms, similar thing, just added a little bit of saturation, a little bit of EQ. I took one of the uke body swipes that I recorded and I added them before some snare hits. So you hear this like... It's very subtle, but you can kind of feel it just pull you into that snare hit. Those are all the changes I wanted to make, and you're probably about to hear the final version of the song. So, I hope you enjoy it. Am I already late? Even the sun isn't awake. The peak above the clouds, a slice of heaven we seek, far from the ground. Stare at the uphill maze in bloom, where birds and trees have lived alone, braving a new
now that it found home. A deep blue sea above, rest my back against the cold and rocky throne. The peak above the clouds, heaven we found.
As always, thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, like the video. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. And if you don't want to see more, why?